less lethal contingencies. Alan here. So today we're going to be testing out the new ART 10-gram hammer rounds. Okay, these are 684. Okay, advertised as 684. They are 10 gram. They weigh in at about 9.9 grams pretty consistently. Okay, so similar to the regular jewels, the 10-gram jewels, they ran about 9.9. However, these are PVC coated steel balls. Okay, and these here, when I measured them with my calipers, they were measuring basically about 683 to 684. They go right through the 684 ball gauge. They do not go through the 682 ball gauge. Okay, but again, when I put my calipers on them, they came out to about a 683, which kind of makes sense because they're going right through the 684 nice and comfortably. Okay, so we're going to be trying 6 of these, a magazine of 6 of these. I'm going to be shooting them out of my IntruBuster Gen 2 with a 12-gram CO2 cartridge in the handle. No rear ASA whatsoever, just the factory rear cap. And yeah, that's it. No additional benefit other than the barrel. Okay, it is a 12-inch barrel. It's a 6.86 barrel, 12-inch, and I also have the Reaper Suppressor on the end of it as well. So we'll see what gains we get shooting this new ammunition. I imagine it'll be similar to the 10-gram jewels, since the size and everything is pretty much the same. So it's just probably a stronger ammunition, right? Because it's got that steel ball inside. So we'll be doing that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Also, I have an upgraded bolt and valve assembly from my X-68. It's one of the upgraded Pistelle X-68 bolt and valve assemblies that I have installed in my IntruBuster Gen 2. And we're going to test it out and see what kind of feet per second we get out of it. I already aired up the gun off camera to make sure that there was no leaks, since it's a completely new bolt and valve assembly. She's holding CO2 just fine. I did that maybe about 10 minutes ago, so there's been some time for the gas to kind of, balance out and stuff. So I'm gonna put my ears on, ear protection on. We have the chrony set to feet per second, and we'll see what these 10-gram jewels do. Okay, we'll see how it goes. All right, it's a magazine of 10-gram hammer jewels. I think that's what he's calling them, right? Hammer rounds or hammer jewels. All right, they're red in color. All right. We go with shot 1. 293.8 feet per second. And I think I may have hit my chrony. Shot number 2. 452.4 feet per second. Shot number 3. 437.6 feet per second. Shot number 4. 421.2 feet per second. Shot number 5. 401.5 feet per second. Shot number 6, the last one. 376.3 feet per second. Yeah, that first shot was really low, and I just clipped my chrony, so I got to be more careful. All right, so not sure why that first shot was so low, and then the second shot and the rest were all you know, right up there where I would expect with a 12-inch barrel, with the, especially with the Reaper suppressor on it. So, all right, that looks good. I wanted to test the ammunition, and I also wanted to test the X-68 bolt and valve assembly in the IntruBuster Gen 2. Since my steer and compare powers and my calipers all basically told me that these two bolts are almost identical, maybe other than the bolt, the O-ring on the tip of the bolt, which I did remove that O-ring off the new X-68 bolt because I put it in the IntruBuster Gen 2. So I figured, let me remove that in case it could cause some drag or something that I didn't want. Yeah, so what I'll do next is probably pull it apart and inspect everything, inspect the barrel, and inspect the bolt and valve assembly and everything before I try to proceed with testing it on 700 psi high pressure air, which will be the next test I run. So the ammunition, though, I think is going to work out great for us. It's just a stronger ammunition, right? The hammer, good stuff. All right, appreciate ART for sending that my way to test. And yeah, we'll be having some fun with that. We'll be doing some more testing with not only the 10 gram, but I also have a package of the blue 5 gram. And we'll see what that does as well. But again, that's about all I'm going to do here today, because I do want to pull this back apart and inspect it closely and make sure there's anything, you know, there's nothing wrong with anything here. But I would say, yeah, that bolt and valve, it worked good, sound normal, good and strong. That first shot was a little low. Not quite sure what's going on with that. If it'll even happen again. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, I would degas, get all 6 shots off. Yeah, so we'll just degas that, and I'll update the video by the time you see it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're having a great day. Peace out.